Onboarding. TargetRecruit has a document management feature that is used for multiple purposes. The two most common are for credential and license management within healthcare, while the second is for standard onboarding of new employees. When a candidate becomes an applicant or essentially applies for a job online, you can provide them with a portal ID. They receive this ID as a link via email and then have the option to update their information and change the password. So this gives them the flexibility to manage their profile. They can see any job opportunities that you've posted. They can see their application status for any jobs they've applied to and can determine whether or not they want to withdraw or dig in deeper to read the details more. They can set up filters for job alerts. So anytime you post a new job that meets their criteria, they'll automatically be notified of that job. They can also come to the credential section, which is where the requested documents will be. You can automate the requests for the documentation or manually assign them per candidate. So you can see this candidate has nothing here. If I go over to his record and I select onboarding, I can click manage, and now I can assign the documentation that I want. I can either do it by assigning a pack or the individual documents. A pack is for a group of documents that you know you need all the time, such as the common USA onboarding forms, or maybe you have a client that requires the same 3 forms all the time. You could just group them by client names. You can also go in and select them individually. So maybe I want a driver's license, an I-9, and a W-4. I'm just going to confirm that I'm adding these, and you can see that it adds it. So now if I go back to Bobby's record, they should be listed under that onboarding section within his record. So if I click onboarding, you'll see the 3 that I selected are now here. So if I go back and refresh the portal, the candidate would essentially see whatever documentation you're requesting from them. You've also determined in the background whether or not it's something they need to upload. So for example, the driver's license is they need to give you a copy of a driver's license. You can choose whether or not they have to include expiration dates. You can also designate whether or not the form is something that needs to be digitally executed with a signature. And typically we will use DocuSign as a partner for that. Now, if he saves this, he completed 1 document and not the other 2. If I go back to Bobby's record and refresh it, you'll see whether or not he's completed documents. So if I go back under onboarding, you can see now that he has answered and put in the expiration date for 1 of the documents, but he has not completed the other 2. We can also feed this information into reports and have graphical status bars showing you how much they've completed with a percentage. Once they've also added information, you can come in and click review, and you'll be able to actually look at the information that they've provided and click to see the actual documents that they've uploaded. And then you can put a status of whether or not it's pending or approved and so on.